today's very auspicious day, disappearance day of S and Ghosh, and also appearance day of Radha Kunda and Shama Kunda. Our Gurudev on this day, he told that you may remember in the biography of Parang Gurudev, when he first met Prabhupada in Mayapur, Chaitanya Mat, and conversed with him, then that same day in the afternoon, they also, Parang Gurudev and those who were with him, they also saw the initiation of S. N. Ghosh and his wife. So he was a household disciple of Prabhupada, and after the disappearance of Prabhupada, he, due to that lila, he disconnected himself from Gauriya Mat, but after some time, he again got inspiration from Parang Gurudev, and since that time he was again very much active in our Chaitanya Gauriya Mat. From Chaitanya Gauriya Mat, you turn off your video. Your video is seen. He was serving in many ways in turn off your video. In many ways also he was very knowledgeable in Shastra, and he was in publication department also, writing many articles for Chaitanya Vani and helping. Our Gurudev also said, I got many advices from him. He was a disciple of Prabhupada, but pure household. So on today's day, he disappeared from this world, and Gurudev was praying for his grace. And everywhere, every time when we were in India, on this day, wherever Gurudev was, the daughter of this S. N. Ghosh used to sponsor for a feast after today's Harikatha. So also today is the appearance day of Radha Kunda in Govardhan, in northeast side of Radha Kunda. There is a village called Arit Gram, because there one demon came by the name of Aristasur. He was in the form of bull, and he was disturbing all the Brajavasis and frightening them. So Krishna always protecting Brajadham. So he came there and challenged this bull demon, and they fought for some time. Then Krishna killed that Aristasur demon. Then everyone was very happy. And after that, Krishna, Gurudev said, we are not eligible to hear such pastimes, but because Prabhupada told in Brajamandal Parikrama, we are remembering that. Krishna came to touch Radharani. And Radharani moved away. She said, you killed the bull, that is cow species. So it is a great sin in Vedic scripture. Cow is like a mother, bull is like a father. They are helping so much. So Radharani told, don't touch me. You killed the bull. You are a sinner. I will be polluted if you touch me. Then Krishna told, yes, I killed, but he was a demon, he was not a bull. And I said, yes, but he was in the form of bull. So you are a sinner. You don't touch me, you are impure. So you see, when Radharani is following this purity, nowadays everyone touching everything, so we have to wash before offering. So Radharani did not allow Krishna to touch. Then Krishna asked, okay, then what I have to do? Then Radharani said, you have to purify yourself. You have to take bath in all holy rivers. Then Krishna smiled and said, okay. Then with his heel on the foot, he struck the ground and made one hole like that, and he called all the holy rivers and holy ponds, all sacred waters, all tirthas he called. Personified holy tirthas like that Prabhas, Kshetra, and all over India, Narmada, and all holy rivers and lakes, sarovars, they all came in their personified form as Devis. So they bow down to Krishna and they introduce themselves. I am this Tirtha, I am this Tirtha. So then they all entered into that. Shyamakund became Shyamakund, water, and Krishna took bath there. Then Krishna came out and he was proud. This is all Lila we have to understand. He was proud. You see, I can do whatever I like. I am so powerful, I can do anything. Then Radharani and the Sakis and other Manjaris, they became insulted and they also were proud and said, we can also do. So they started to dig with their bangles and these things. With the hands also they dig. Just by the Shamakunda they also dig one hole, big hole. And Krishna was astonished how they could do this. But there was no water. So Gopis and Radharani, they were worried. Then Krishna said, you can take from my kunda water. Then Radharani said, no. There is a sin of killing a bull demon there inside. And it is in connection with that demon. So it is impure. Then Radharani said to all Gopis, we will bring water from Manasi Ganga. Just now we sang this song, Radha Kunda Tata Kunja Kutira, Kushuma Sarovara Manasa Ganga. If you do Govardhan Parikrama from Radha Kund, if you start on Radha Kund, you go south, then first Kushum Sarovar will be on right side. Then you go further and before, means in Govardhan village, there is Manasi Ganga. That is also not ordinary. One time Nanda, Jashoda, and other Brajavasis, they wanted to take bath in Ganga. It is very auspicious. So at least once in a life, they wanted to take bath. Then Krishna thought, why they will make so much effort to go to Bengal or go up north? I can bring Ganga here. So Krishna brought that. That is Manasi Ganga. So they took bath there. That is not different from Ganga. If you take bath there, it's same. So Radharani and they brought many pots that they will bring from there water. But Krishna said no, no need. And he ordered all the holy rivers who were in Shyamakunda. He said, you should go to Radharani and fall at her lotus feet with great humbleness and you introduce yourself. I am this Tirtha, I am that and with prayer. Then they went, and Radharani was pleased. Then she said, okay, you may come. So then they made one hole little lower, because there was a bank, and there is one hole they made. So from Shama Kunda, that water entered into Radha Kunda, and it became Radha Kunda. Bol Shri Radha Kunda ki Jai. It happened on today's day at midnight. That is why many devotees, they are taking bath at midnight in Radhakund. It is great crowd. And later on, so we are hearing now during this Kartik Vrata, there is Noon Lila there at Radhakunda. That is highest Lila of all Lilas. Nimbarka Sampradaya, they think Ras Lila at night time is the highest. But for Gauriya Vaishnavas, Radhakunda is highest, because there Radharani is prominent, and all gopis, they want to unite Radha with Krishna. There is no like Ras Lila, every gopi with Krishna, but here they all are serving Radharani. And because when Krishna is with Radharani, then his sweetness is increased so much that by seeing that, gopis are more happy than by their direct contact. So there are many Leelas going on daily there. We are singing now during Kartik. And all the ecstatical symptoms, Ashta Sattvic Bikar, 8 Sattvic symptoms and 33 Sanchari, they are coming and going, they are manifested there at one time and to the highest degree. In no other Leela it is not there. And some special symptoms also, Utkanta and Bamya, we are hearing. So it is the highest Leela. And in Radha Kunda, you will find 8 ghats on 8 directions. North, south, east, west, and then also northeast, southeast, southwest, and northwest. In each of these ghats, there is one kunja belonging to one of the 8 sakis. North side is Lalita Sakis kunja. That is also called as Swananda Sukada kunja. And Rupa Manjari is serving under Lalita Saki, and we belong to that group. Our Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he made one bhajan kutir there. He called it Braja Swananda Sukada Kunja, because he is Kamala Manjari in Golok Lila, and she is serving under Rupa Manjari direct. And also Srila Prabhupada Bhaktisiddhanta Thakur, he is Nayan Moni Manjari. She is also directly under Rupa Manjari, and he was also doing bhajan there. That bhajan kutir is still there, of both of Bhaktivinoda Thakur and Prabhupada. You can take darshan. And in the middle of Radha Kunda, there is Ananga Manjari's Kunja. There is island in the middle of Radha Kunda. That is Janava Mata, wife of Nityananda Prabhu. In Krishna Lila, she is Ananga Manjari. That is Baladev Gopi. When Balaram, assumes the form of Gopi to serve Radha Krishna in Madhurya Rasa, then he is Ananga Manjari. Ananga Manjari has place in the middle, and there is a bridge to come there. Nowadays you will find Janava Mata's sitting place there in Radhakund, where she was doing bhajan, and she heard Krishna's flute. So, but after Krishna went back to Goloka, when he wound up these pastimes, then slowly all the holy places in Vrindavan, they disappeared. They were lost and no one could know. Then later, when Krishna came as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, then he himself visited Vrindavan and he did many pastimes there. And he also came to this village, Arit Gram, and there were two ponds, small lakes, like small, and Mahaprabhu asked, where is Radhakunda and Shyamakunda? They said, we don't know. These two ponds, one is called Kali and another is Gauri. They were calling like that. Kali means black and Gauri means bright. So Mahaprabhu said, yes, Kali means Shyamakunda and Gauri means Radhakunda. So Mahaprabhu took bath there in Radhakunda and also took mud and put that tilak you will find. From that mud you can also do tilak, or from tulsi earth and from this gopi chandan. So since that time that custom started, then later Mahaprabhu sent all the Goswamis there and they discovered all the holy places in Vrindavan, and Rupa Goswami wrote book that Mathura Mahatmya described. And later Raghunath Das Goswami was doing bhajan there, very intense bhajan. 3 times he was bathing in Radhakund daily. 3 hours he was speaking about the Leelas of Mahaprabhu. He was chanting minimum 64 rounds daily Harinam, offering 2000 obeisances to Vaishnavas, 1000 to Diti, and all the time mentally serving Radha Krishna in Ashtakala Lila, which we are hearing now during Kartik, 8-fold Lila, and very intense, and eating only little that buttermilk. So he was doing bhajan there. Then one time he desired to make it nice. So he wanted to make like with ghats, but then he gave up this idea, no, why am so much effort, I should do bhajan, why I'm thinking about pilgrims and all this. So, but then he gave up that desire, but there was one very rich person who went on pilgrimage to Badrinath in Himalaya. There he wanted to offer large sum of money as donation to Badrinarayan. But Badrinarayan appeared to him in dream and told him, no, don't give me this money. You go to Vrindavan, to Radhakund, and there is Raghunath Das Goswami. He wants to make Radhakunda nicely. So you give this money to him. Then he came to Radhakund and met Raghunath Das Goswami and said, I am giving you this money so you can construct Radhakunda and Shyamkunda nicely. It is the order of Badrinarayan. Then Raghunath Das Goswami accepted because it is the desire of Supreme Lord. So he made those ghats as we see them now, steps and everything. And for Shyamakunda, when he wanted to make, then in dream, Pancha Pandavas appeared in his dream. Yudhishthir, Arjun, Nakul, Sahadev, and Bhim. And they told him, don't cut us, because some trees were there. Raghunath Das Goswami was thinking to cut them to make nice rectangular. But they appeared and said, no, we are here in the form of trees. We are doing bhajan to get the service of Radha Krishna. So please don't cut us. Then Raghunath Das Goswami could not cut and he made irregular shape of Shyamakunda. That is why it is like this. And Mahaprabhu also, bhajan place is there. We are visiting. And Raghunath Das Goswami's Bhajan Kutir and Samadhi, Krishna Das Kaviraj Goswami, Vishnu Chakritaku, Raghunath Bhatta Goswami, all. And there Shiva in Radha Kunda is, his name is Kundeshwar Mahadev. You have to pray for his grace. And many, one Kunja Bihari Gauri Amat is there. And with the parikrama, you can take bath in Radha Kunda, not in Shama Kunda. And Radha Kunda also, our Parangurudev made this pastime to not take bath inside, to show us that with respect we should have Radha Kunda, because you know in Rupa Goswami's Upadeshamrita, in the last 3 verses, he explained the glory of Radha Kunda as topmost place of bhajan, and most dear to Krishna. As Radharani is dear to Krishna, her Kunda is also dearmost to Krishna. There Rupa Goswami explained that Mathura is superior to Vaikuntha because in Mathura Krishna played the pastime of taking birth. Vrindavan is superior to Mathura because their Ras Lila was performed or is performed. And then higher than that is Govardhan, because many intimate pastimes of Krishna with the gopis in the caves are going on with Radharani and other pastimes, so many pastimes. And in the northeast of Govardhan, Radha Kunda is highest, because there it is the inundation of prema. Plavana Murti, we are singing that inundation. So that is highest of all. And of all devotees, Rupa Goswami explained, karmis, varnashrami karmis are more dear to Krishna than sense enjoyers, indiscriminate sense enjoyers. Just you work and enjoy. But karmis they are doing according to scriptural regulation. That is better. Better than them are jnanis who have no material desires. Understood that this is all temporary. Then better than jnanis are devotees who gave up jnana, desire for liberation. They want to serve Krishna. Of all the devotees, prema bhaktas are superior, those who have prema. And of all prema bhaktas, gopis are the highest. And of all the gopis, Radharani is highest. And she is dearmost to Krishna, and in the same way Radha Kunda is dearest to Krishna. And who will, and it is very rare to take bath to get that prema. Even Narad cannot get, what to speak of ordinary sadhakas. Only those who will take bath in Radha Kunda, they can get. But Srila Prabhupada explained what it means to take bath. That is transcendental bath. That is transcendental place. How you can with physical body, with ego, with these things, you can have a touch of Radha Kunda. Not possible. You have to do bhajan, and you have to assist Radharani in her lila, Manasa Seva, that is taking bath in Radha Kunda. We have to reach that place by following all the verses of Upadeshamrita. So Prabhupada saw Radha Kunda is not different from Radharani. Directly he had that darshan. So he said, how I can put my feet in Radha Kunda? So he bowed down to Radha Kunda and took water on his head. But Guru said, we cannot imitate him because we don't have such vision. What he wanted to make us understand is that this is not ordinary water. We will jump and enjoy, swim and all this. No, it is sacred. So with great respect, either you can take bath with great respect, or you can do like Prabhupada to put on your head. And Gurudev once wrote to me in one letter that we have to follow, if we want to get the touch or realization of that highest transcendental realm, Radhakund, then we have to follow the instructions of Prabhupada. Koro uche svare horinam rop. Kirtana prabhave smarana hoibe sei kale nirjan bhajan sambhav. Shri Deita Das Kirtane Teash. Koro uche svare horinam rop. Some disciples of Prabhupada, they, without taking permission of Prabhupada, they went to Radhakund to do bhajan in solitary place, to think of Leela and do Manasa Seva. But Prabhupada did not approve. That is all cheating. For the sake of name and fame, you are trying to do that, but that is total cheating. Why? Because without taking permission of Guru, they want to do. But if you will enter into Leela, there also you have to serve under Guru in his Manjari forum. So if you are not obeying Guru here now, how you will in Leela? Here, Nayan Moni Manjari herself came to engage us in the service, and without caring for her, we go to do bhajan. That is all cheating, nothing. So Prabhupada in this song, which he wrote after this happened, he spoke about all these points, and there at the end he said, Shri Deita Das Kirtanete Ash Kora Uchai Sara Hoinamro. Shri Deita Das means one who is dear to Radharani. Radhanija John, he also mentioned inside. He wants to do kirtan, means Uchai Sware Harinam, loudly you chant Harinam, free of all offenses. Then by that kirtan, when you will do without offenses, then automatically smaran will come, all realization of lila and everything will come in your heart, then you can serve mentally, otherwise not. So our Gurudev told that this is the highest thing in this world, to stay in Radha Kund and externally to chant Harinam and internally to assist Radharani. That is bathing in Radha Kund. But gradually we can attain this platform. You cannot attain that physically or trying to jump over. You have to follow all the instructions of Upadeshamrita under the guidance of bona fide Guru. Then you can gradually attain that stage. In your Siddha Deho, you will assist Radharani in her Lila. So today is the appearance day of Radha Kunda and disappearance of S.N. Ghosh. I forgot. Gurudev told what is his Diksha name, but I forgot. So I am going down to him and praying for his causeless mercy, and also remembering Radha Kund. Rupa Goswami told in Upadeshamrita, if you cannot physically stay in Vrindavan, then you should do mentally. Means when we will have that consciousness, that is the consciousness where Vrindavan is, where Krishna is the only enjoyer, all are to be enjoyed by him, all are serving him. So that will be revealed in our heart, that Vrindavan, when we will have that purity of intention, only service of Krishna, and then according to your rasa development will go, then you will chant Harinam and internally you will assist Radharani in her Lila, serve her in your Siddha Swarup when that time will come. You cannot imagine that or cheat or like it will be revealed when you will follow associate of Rupa Goswami, Gurudev, in toto, like Dhruva, then you can gradually attain that. And we sang these two songs, Radha Kunda Tata Kunja Kutira. I will read the translation. A wine-covered bower on the banks of Radha Kunda, Kunja Kutir. That is not built kutir, it is Kunja, forest, bush, bower, and kutir, on the bank of Radha Kunda. Govardhan Hill, the shores of the Jamuna. Kushum Sarovar Manasa Ganga, the daughter of the Kalinda, means Jamuna, with her expansive waves. Bongshi Bat, Gokul, Dhira Samir, the trees, creepers and shrubs of Vrindavan, the birds and deer, a cooling breeze from the Malaya hills, peacocks and bumblebees, pastimes with the Murali flute, the Venu flute, the horn bugle, footprints in the dust of that land, banks of clouds, springtime, the crescent of the moon, the conch, and the karatalas. I know that all these elements are most favorable to the divine couple's loving exchanges, and thus I consider them udipan, that is stimuli that invokes remembrance of their playful, amorous pastimes. I will not go anywhere giving up such stimuli, for to abandon them is to give up my very life. Bhaktivinoda says, please listen, O Khan, means Krishna, your Udipan is my very life and soul. Devotee always wants to remain in Vrindavan. That is real Vrindavan. When you go to Vrindavan and with devotion like the Goswamis, you are getting darshan of Lila, and the transcendental realm of Vrindavan is made of bliss. It's very pure. Outwardly we may see some dirt is there, but it is not. It's fully pure, but we are not getting darshan, that internal darshan of Rajadham. Or when you are pure, it will reveal in your heart. You will always stay in Vrindavan and serve Radha Krishna. Then the second song also Bhaktivinoda Thakur wrote, that is for those who have attained that level. We sang Chintamani Moy Radha Kunda. The banks of Sri Radha Kunda are made of transcendental desire-fulfilling gems, Chintamani. Nearby, there are hundreds and hundreds of beautiful kunjas. The trees and creepers, which are made of coral, are weighty with an abundance of pearl fruits. A small cottage is beautifully situated within the enchanting grove known as Swananda Sukada Kunja, that is Lalita's Kunja, in north side of Radha Kunda. Oh, when shall I sit there and sing the holy names of Sri Krishna with the desire to attain his service? At that time, the song of the transcendental flute will enter this maidservant's ear. Maidservant means manjari. I shall become overwhelmed in ecstasy and forget everything due to the song of Krishna's flute, saying Radhe Radhe, Radhe Radhe. The flute will call the name of my worshipful mistress. Manjari's worshipful mistress is Radharani. They are always attentive to her. Their target is service of Radharani. And Radharani is taking care of them like mother, very affectionate. to all the manjaris. They are fully devoted manjaris to Radharani. They want to serve Radharani. That is their target, focus, their life. And always they are chanting Radhe Radhe. Here the flute is calling Radhe Radhe. Hearing that sound, this maid servant will jump up, startled and astonished, wondering how she shall live. Because the seva will now come. Krishna is calling Radharani, so I have much seva to do for Radharani. There further, Bhaktivinoda Thakur is writing, this is I think from songbook Gita Mala. There he writes what is happening, but we are not eligible. But the point is, Madhya Ishwari Nam, Krishna will call Radharani by flute, and I'm also hearing. So then Seva is there. So today is Radha Kund's appearance day. That is unlimited glory. I am bowing down to Radha Kunda and Shama Kunda and praying causeless grace to engage me in their service as Radha Krishna. That we can get, Gurudev told, by following the instructions of Prabhupada. Loudly you chant Harinam without offenses, under the guidance of dearmost to Radharani, personal associates of Rupa Manjari. Then, following those instructions, gradually we will attain that Radha Kunda. And we are also hearing Gajendra Moksa. The personal associates of Rupa Goswami, they play this pastime to hear Gajendra Moksa, to give us this teaching that without surrendering to Supreme Lord unconditionally, completely, means totally giving up your false ego and dedicate yourself fully for the service of Krishna, only for his service, for his satisfaction. That is the basis of devotion. Without this surrender, there can be no actual devotion. You will not do for Krishna satisfaction, but for some other desires. So surrender is necessary. That is why they heard this to give us this teaching, that this is what we have to do, unconditionally surrender to Supreme Lord and desire only his service. As Gajendra was praying, we heard, what is the use of me living as an elephant, ignorant of who I am, all this. I don't want this, you rescue me from that. No, I want you should rescue me from this ignorance. You give me your service. And yesterday we heard, I offer respects to the Lord of Yoga. The yogis who burn up karma by Bhakti Yoga see the Lord in their hearts purified by Bhakti. We heard this. When one performs devotion, in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu it is mentioned, all four types of karma is gradually destroyed. That bij, kuta, and prarabdha and aprarabdha. And when you fully remove all material these things, then with devotional eyes you can perceive Krishna directly, you can see. Namo namastubhyam asahya vega shakti traya yakila dhi gunaya prapanna palaya duranta shaktaye kat indriyanam anavapya vartmane. I offer repeated respects to you, possessor of the insurmountable three gunas, to you who have spiritual qualities appreciated by all persons with qualification, to you who protect the surrendered, to you with inconceivable power of mercy, to you who are not available to persons with material senses. I forgot to tell before, you will find in Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur's that Gita Mala songbook. There he is saying that Swananda Sukada Kunja is the same as Lalita Kunja that is in north side of Radha Kunda, where Bhaktivinoda Thakur also made that Bhajan Kutir, Braja Sananda Sukada Kunja, and also you will find in Bishwanath Chakravarti Thakur's Braja Riti Chintamani, there also some description of Radha Kund. Want to know more details. So here Bishwanath Chakravarti Thakur is saying the obstacles to thinking of the Lord in the heart are described. I offer respects to the Lord possessing the trigunas of intolerable force. We are under trigunas, no one can escape. But he who surrenders to him, he can be rescued. To the Lord possessing qualities like beauty, which are the object of awareness for all who have overcome the obstacles by his mercy. Those who have overcome all obstacles by his mercy, they are aware of the qualities of Krishna like beauty. But actually he protects only those who have surrendered to him by his inconceivable Shakti of mercy, Duranta Shaktaye. However, he cannot be attained by persons with material senses with no mercy from the Lord, Anavapya Vartmane. Means there are many obstacles. That is aversion to Krishna in different forms, many anarthas and offenses. So those we have to overcome by Krishna's grace and Guru's grace. You have heard that Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur described that all the demons in Vrindavan, they are representing certain anartha or certain aparat, and those demons which are killed by Krishna, that will be killed by Krishna to those who are surrendered to him. Krishna will kill those anarthas, those who will surrender to him. But those anarthas or those demons which are killed by Baladev, that we also have our part to do. That is sadhana bhakti. What Guru tells us to do, engage us in the service of Krishna as sadhana bhakti, that we have to do. By following that, those demons will be killed. Those obstacles will be removed in the form of anarthas. So one who removed all this by the grace of Krishna and Guru, he can perceive Krishna. But one who is not surrendered and has material senses, he cannot perceive. That is why Rupa Goswami, we are hearing that verse. Atah Shri Krishna Namade na bhavet karajyam indriya sevan mukhe hi jivado swayam eva spurityada. One cannot realize about Krishna's transcendental name, form, attributes, associates, realm, pastimes with these material senses, gross and subtle. Even Brahma showed this pastime. He could not understand Krishna. Even he could not understand his personal associates, cowherd boys. He could not understand Vrindavan Dham. Only when he surrendered and became inclined to serve Krishna, that is Sevan Mukhi Jivado, then Swayam Eva Spurita, then by Krishna's mercy, that will be revealed. He will reveal himself. He's self-revealing, self-effulgent. So those who will surrender, they can perceive. Then Brahma was praying to Krishna with great devotion. We'll find those prayers. So in this way here, Gajendra is also praying. Tomorrow we'll hear further.